Alina Habba was just named counselor to the president in the incoming Trump administration, and she joins us now to talk about that. Alina, good to see you again. I heard Trump doesn't like being surrounded by a lot of smart women. You just got a new job. Tell us exactly what you're going to be doing.
Oh, loaded question. I'm so excited. I effectively get to do a lot of what I've done, which is to help the American people, to be there for President Trump, and to help with issues like policy and the things that are near and dear to me and the president, which are America First policies and making sure we get this country on the right track. It's going to take all hands on deck, Rob, as you know, because we've got a lot to fix from the last administration. But it is truly the honor of a lifetime, and I'm so grateful and excited to work for the American people.
Yeah. You know a thing or two about Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg had a terrible day today, and I hope that it moves a lot of people toward this man needs to go, and we need to inspire New Yorkers to get rid of this. What we saw with Trump, what we've seen now. This is somebody that has a love for criminals, hates the good guy in most cases, and is just so corrupted. His mind is so corrupted.
Yes, it is. And you know, with going in and being part of this administration, I can assure the American people that the one thing that I'm really passionate about is making sure that this does not happen again. Yeah. And I say that as firsthand knowledge as the person that was there with the president through so many witch hunts, through so much lawfare and political witch hunts, effectively. That's just what they are. And you can't do that and then let American people sit on the sidelines and get hurt. You can't. You just can't. You can't have this double standard. So it's something I'm really passionate about, and I'm going to be speaking to the president to see how I can help in that regard, especially because that is incredibly important. And it's something I know well, and I'm happy to help America make sure that we recover from the damage that has been done by these DAs and AGs, and make sure that they know that they cannot do this. They will not get away with it. It is incredibly hurtful to the American people and the people that voted them in. Yeah.
You know, I was just speaking with Doug Burns, who's a former federal prosecutor. He was talking about the idea that Pam Bondi, when she gets in, should look into these prosecutions of Trump, at the state level. Take a look at these investigate these people that have done this to him. I mean, we know that there's obviously connections. We know that, and Trump talked about on Meet the Press, that I think the number 3 at the DOJ just leaves his position and comes to New York to work for, Letitia James. You know that there were big meetings between the team in Atlanta and Fulton County with the White House. All of this just stinks to high heaven. Do you think that's going to be, will that happen? Do you think that we're going to have a DOJ look into people like Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, Fani Willis?
I can assure you that I'll be encouraging that, because there is no place for this in our country. There's absolutely no place for any of that. And Pam is amazing. She will 100% be doing the right thing by Americans. Americans should not be afraid of their federal government. They should not be afraid of their Department of Justice or their FBI. And unfortunately, Americans are. We're not sure if we're being spied on. We're not sure if we're going to be politically attacked and prosecuted and persecuted. That's not America. No. So for me, that's top of mind. We all know that. It's been my life for the last 3.5 years with President Trump. And I'm so lucky that we did get through it. However, that does not mean that we don't have a job to do for the American people to protect them, to make sure this doesn't happen to them. Pam is a great person. She is going to be tough as nails, and she is just brilliant. I'm excited to see what she does and work with the Trump administration to make sure this just stops.
Sure. I just want to ask, a lot of palace intrigue. We haven't seen the president a lot in the last 4 weeks. We just got glimpses of him this weekend, and it seemed like it had been a while. I know this is all being run out of Mar-a-Lago. What's it like down there? I know that I hear from people that I know that are members that it's just like the people you see walking around is crazy. But how's the president doing, and what's it like down in Mar-a-Lago right now?
You know, it's funny because you say you haven't seen him. The president, everybody was so used to seeing him do 3-4 rallies a day, sometimes more. So for him to act like a normal president-elect, and not even normal, look, he's the one meeting with foreign leaders. Joe Biden's not there. His wife is. He's been traveling. He's been working. He's so focused on building a perfect cabinet, on building a perfect administration that will get the job done. He learned the first time what needs to be done. He's going to come in so strong this time. And there's no question about about it. So yes, at Mar-a-Lago, it is quite seen, I will say. Obviously, I've spent my share of time there the past month, and it's amazing. There's a lot of people that you wouldn't and should expect, but they are all of a sudden respecting the leader of the free world. They're coming to pay their respects. They're coming to say they're going to work with him. They're coming to work on policies already. And he said it when he was in his rallies, when he was running. He will fix this country and do more for this country before he is actually sworn into office on January 20th. And I can assure you, Rob, without giving away all that is going on, he's doing exactly what he said.
Yeah. Again, as I said, we don't get many leaders in this country that actually want to do anything good. They're all just looking for their next level of power and how to keep it. You know, with Trump, it's like you can just see how eager he is to just, I want to do this stuff. Like, he really just wants to fix things and actually, like, and be able to say, like, I did that and I did this. He just comes from that private sector mentality. And it's funny. It's crazy to watch him in the pregame here, in the transition, doing all of these things and getting all this stuff done. He doesn't even have power yet. That's what's amazing. Alina, thanks so much.
It is.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Congratulations as well.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.